Hi and welcome to the Resources Roadhouse. I'm Wally Graham and I'm at the 2020 Explorers Conference in Fremantle, and I'm speaking with Sean Gregory, who's Managing Director of Barra Resources. Now Sean, you had a big announcement today. You finally, the long-awaited results for your PFS into your Mount Thirsty Cobalt Nickel project, and everything's come up swimmingly. A very positive result.
Yeah, thank you, Wally. We're really pleased. It has been well received, and look, it is the culmination of a lot of work for Barra and our joint venture partner, and we're really pleased with the result. We've delivered the study. It's been a little bit counter-cyclical. We're at the bottom of the market for cobalt, but we've stuck to our guns and delivered that study. And look, I think it's been well received. We've got the message right, and that is that we're not going to be the guys turning the key on that plant.
Yep.
But we're really proud of the work that we've done, and it's ready to go with a ribbon around it and ready to move when cobalt prices improve.
Okay, so just run that by me again. You're saying you're not going to be the people to turn the key on it, or just explain that to me.
Okay, so one of the fears shareholders sometimes have is companies publish a pre-feasibility study and then the serious expenditure starts, and you might be spending $10 million on a bankable feasibility study that can often be value destructive, particularly when you've got an undervalued project. So that's been our strategy the whole way along, that's not us. But we've deliberately targeted our project because cobalt is such a scarce mineral, such a strategic commodity, and especially being located in Western Australia here, people want to put their foot on a sustainable source of cobalt, and that's what we've got. We've picked our product to be an intermediary product. We've left a little bit of value on the table for the end user, and now that we've got that pre-feasibility study, that's our ticket of entry into the conversations with the big guys that are already established, and now we can take them to the next level.
Okay, so just run us through a few sort of figures there. What sort of tonnage are you expecting to put through the plant, and does the study say that you can? Yeah,
sure. Look, in terms of a mining operation, 1.8 million tonnes per annum of ore we'll put through the plant. And then, where the money is, the money's in the metal. So over the life of the mine, we'll be making 19,000 tonnes of cobalt and 24,000 tonnes of nickel. And like I said, that mixed sulphide product to allow that end user to value add further down the track.
And you're saying it's important at the moment to have a supply of cobalt ready to hit the market, and it possibly is because cobalt, it's one of those metals that's very important in the manufacture of the batteries and things like that at the moment. Yep. But it's also one that people are looking for a synthetic one as well. So if you've got it now and ready to go, it's into the market right away, and it can possibly be used before that it gets phased out more or less.
Yeah, look, we don't see a big substitution risk. Those technologies are many, many years away, and you're really talking about, that's flopping over to a hydrogen fuel cell type world, which is many years away. Cobalt, very, very scarce. It is required in electric vehicle batteries. There are efforts to thrift it out, and you might be able to reduce the proportion of the cobalt in the battery, but you still need the cobalt. It's got that thermal stability that stops the battery catching fire, and it'll always be required. But in contrast to many other battery metals, it's scarce. 70% of it comes out of the DRC, and then a different 70% goes through China. And so certainly, governments all around the world are now starting to ask themselves the question, where is our cobalt going to come from? And how do we protect ourselves against that geopolitical risk?
And it's another thing about the project, of course, being in WA, one of the world's most respected. It's always in the top three of the Canadian survey every year. And so it's always it's a safe jurisdiction.
It is. That's what we do best. Perth is the global centre of mining in the world, as far as I'm concerned, and we've got all the experts here, and it's just a wonderful place to do business. We've got a lot of regulation here that makes it hard at times, but you know what? That's actually what gives us our competitive advantage in that we can put a made in Australia stamp on our bag of product and attract a premium in the market for that sustainable source of supply.
Okay. Well, Mount Thirsty's not the only string to the bow, so to speak. There's plenty of other projects in the portfolio.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you've completed that to this stage. What have we got to fall back on?
Yeah, so look, Barra has always championed a dual commodity strategy. We've got our gold assets near Coolgardie and our cobalt assets, and we've always been investing in both projects. And as the markets go up and down, gold's hot at the moment, and that's a good story.
Certainly is.
And look, we've progressed that over the years. Perhaps when gold wasn't so hot, we were out there drilling. And we built our resources up, 145,000 ounces. We did a scoping study, and that's shown that a lot of that mineralisation is economic. And we're now working through, can we bring some of that gold to market, which would be a really handy source of cash. And at this stage, that scoping study was focused on level 1. Go in there, make a bit of dough, and then pay for the next round of exploration and keep growing it. But in contrast to Mount Thirsty, this isn't a Big Brother type environment. This is really finding good old mate out in Kalgoorlie, finding a mill owner, finding a mining contractor, and no capital required whatsoever, all toll treating. And so, we'll certainly chase that one down. And provided that the risk balance is right for our shareholders, which is getting better by the day as the gold price goes up, we'll look at seeing if we can rip a bit of money out.
And you're certainly in the right neighbourhood if you're looking for toll treating, aren't you? Like, as long as if there's any shortage of mills out there, people with a bit of space who they need to put some stuff through.
Yeah, look, you don't have to look far. So within 100 metres of our drill rig at Coolgardie, there you've got the Burbanks mill owned by a third party. So that's certainly an option for us, and we're lucky enough, our major shareholder is FMR Investments, Peter Bartlett, and they own the Greenfields mill, and that's only 9 kilometres away. So we're absolutely spoiled for choice.
Yep.
But it's just about putting that jigsaw puzzle together with mill owner, mining contractor, and a little bit of working capital to get it started.
All right, so it seems like Barra Resources is very much watch this space at the moment, see what's going to happen next, and we'll be looking forward to hearing all about it.
Look, Wally, it's a free call option on the price of cobalt and near-term gold production. That's the summary.
Cool. That doesn't sound too bad.
Yeah.
Sean, good to see you.
Good on you, mate. Thank you.
Thank you.